Okay, guys, we're moving right right along through our division lessons. And so as you saw today, we're going to use a place value chart to divide. And so I know you don't have one like he had there, but it's good visually for us to see that. So we'll just draw a place value chart today. And all we'll need to do on each problem is to make a place value chart that has a ones and a tens place. So we're going to make it kind of long like this so that we can draw those lines at the bottom like he did. So we've got our tens place and our ones place. And the first problem here is that we have 7 ones and we're going to divide it by 2. So let's draw our 7 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And so we're going to put it into 2 groups down here. So here's our boxes for our groups. So we're going to take these. I'm going to take 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just marking them out as I use them. 5, 6. Okay, but there's 1 left. It's going to be uneven, so I can't do that. So if I take 7 ones and I divide them in 2 groups, how many am I going to have in each group? 1, 2, 3. So our quotient is going to be 3, but we have this little guy up here left over. He's our remainder, so that leaves a remainder of 1. And setting up the standard algorithm like he was showing you, if we take 7 divided by 2, we know the answer, it'll be 3. 3 times 2 is 6. We subtract, and we get 1. So 3, remainder 1 would be the answer. Not so hard, is it? Let's look at the second problem. This time we've got a number in the tens place. So let's draw our chart, place value chart. And we have the tens place and the ones place. This time we're dividing 27 into 2 groups. So in the number 27, how many groups of 10 do I have? I've got 2 tens, 1 10, 2 tens, and then I've got 7 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And how many groups are we dividing them into? We're dividing them into 2 groups again. And we got to divide them evenly, remember. So let's take these into groups. So we've got 1 10, 2 tens. So looking at the standard algorithm, 27 divided by 2, I took those 2 tens, and there's 1 in each group. Now let's take those 7 ones. 1 times 2 is 2. I use them all. Okay, and this is where we would bring down our 7 ones. All we're really doing is moving over to the ones chart. Now let's take these and put them in groups of 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But we can't use him because he's going to be left over. That guy's going to be left over. So let's see. We divided 7 ones into groups of, when we divide them by 2, we get them in groups of 3. So that's 3 there. 3 times 2 is 6. And we subtract, and we have that 1 left over. So our quotient is 13. We've got 10, 11, 12, 13. 2 groups of 13, and the remainder is 1. So the quotient is, we divided these 27 into 2 groups, so we want to know how many are in each group. There's 10, because that's 1 10, 11, 12, 13. Then we have 1 1 left over. Okay, moving on to the next problem. If you don't have it yet, keep watching. You're going to get it. This one, we have 8, and we're dividing it by 3. So we only need our ones column for this one, don't we? Because we have nothing in the tens place. So we'll just draw this ones column. We'll put 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we're dividing it into groups of 3. So we need to have, okay. So here we go. Let's take these 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, we don't have 3 more, do we? We can't do that. So 3 divided by 8, we're going to have 3 groups of 2. So if we look at it like this, we can only get 2 in each group of, in 3 groups, we would only have 2 in each group. And then 2 times 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we have 6 altogether. But then up here we have those 2 left over. 8 minus 6 is 2. So our quotient is 2. Okay, we got 2 in each group. And our remainder, we had 2 left over. There we go. Okay, let's take it up to the tens place with this problem. 38 divided by 3. Got to have a bigger chart this time. We're going to have our tens place and our ones place. All right, we've got 38. So we've got 3 tens. 1, 2, 3. And we've got 8 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And again, we're dividing by 3 groups. I need to put it in 3 groups. Okay, so here we go. Start with the biggest place first, always. 38 divided by 3. So we're taking these 3 tens into groups of 3. 1, 2, 3. So 30 tens. If we're dividing in groups of 3, we'll get 1 10 in each group. That's saying that 1 times, we used all of them there, so we have none left. 1 times 3 is 3. Okay, now we're going to take these 8 ones and put them into 3 groups, kind of like what we did up there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we don't have 3 more to put in groups, so these are going to be left over. So if we're dividing 8 ones into groups of 3, how many do we have in each group? We've got 2 in each group. We use 2 times 3. We forgot to bring our 8 down, didn't we? 2 times 3 is 6. And if we subtract, it gives us those 2 that are left over. So our quotient is, in each group, we have 10, 11, 12. And then we had 2 left over of a remainder. You getting it? It's a bit confusing on the place value chart, but I think you'll get it. All right, let's do 2 more problems as an example. So this one, we've got 6 divided by 4. So we've only got our ones place. No tens on this problem. And we've got 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But this time we're dividing it into 4 groups. We've got to make sure we have 4 groups down here. Okay. So let's take these and divide it into these 4 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't have 4 more, do we? So we're going to have 2 left over. How many did we put in each group? 1 in each group. And how many were left over? 2. So if we wrote that out, 6 divided by 4, 4 will only go into 6 one time, only 1 in each group. 1 times 4 is 4, and we subtract, and we get 2 left over. So 1 remainder, 2. And that's what we got. One more problem, and we'll be done, and I'll let you give this a shot on your own. This time we've got 86 divided by 4, so we've got a larger place value chart. Okay, we got a tens and a ones column this time. And our number is 84. So we have 8 tens. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we have 6 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're putting them into 4 groups. So we've got to have our 4 groups down at the bottom again. So let's start dividing them up. We'll start with the tens. We're doing 86 divided by 4. How many will be in each group of 4 if we have 8? So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 4 more. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So how many tens were in each group if we divide them into 4 groups? If we had 8, there were 2 in each group. Now, if we multiplied these and counted all these up, we'd see 2 times 4 is 8. So we used all of them. And now we're going to bring that down and we're going to move over to the ones place. So let's divide these ones into 4 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't have 4 more, so that's going to be a remainder. So how many were in each group in the ones place? There's only 1. So we did 1 times 4 groups is 4. And if we subtract, we didn't use all of them. 6 minus 4, we have 2 left over, remainder 2. So our quotient is, in every group of 4, we have 10, 20, 1, 21. And our remainder left over after we did all that, we had a remainder of 2. Okay, so you're going to need some notebook paper to draw out your place value chart to show division on the place value chart today, and solve these problems. Take some time, go back and rewatch how I did it. Go back and rewatch Mr. Walker's video if you need to. And I think you can do this. You're going to do a great job. Finish the week strong with this lesson. Make a good grade on it today. We'll talk to you later.